Hi, this is Arthur from the Minute Review Show. If you have a minute, I have an opinion. If you like visiting Chinatown in New York City, you will find many crowded restaurants. In this video, I'll take you to a new hidden spot right on Hester Street in Chinatown. It's slightly away from the bustle of the main tourist streets, but has excellent roast meats. We go in on a late Tuesday evening. Get ready and see for yourself why in this video I finally give a specific item a 10 out of 10 rating. It is Arthur from the Minute Review Show, and today I'm on Hester Street in Chinatown, and I'm at a restaurant called Tin Wong. Tin Wong actually has a pretty long history in Chinatown. This location is actually only open for maybe half a year. The original location was on East Broadway, and it was on East Broadway for decades. I was there because I know that location very well because that was near where my dad used to live, and we would go there and we would order so many types of food, so much food through the years. I loved their kanjis, I loved their food in general. It was always a good bargain and we always went there. Now that they moved to this new location, in my introduction you can see that the wall color here is like a salmon color. Well, it seems like they've preserved that color scheme and brought it over here to Hester Street, and I'm really interested to see what their food is like. Once again, this is one of those Wong restaurants which specializes in roast meats, and the one roast meat that they don't have is the roast pig, but they have all the other ones. They even have cuttlefish. So I'm going to order a variety of roast meats and show you what they have. Hopefully it's as good as I remember when they were on East Broadway. Okay, now's the time to look at Tin Wong Restaurant's menu. There was a time when they were on East Broadway when it was called Tin Wong. What a funny name, and you know why. But in any case, we'll start off with the steamed rice crepes. I was told that these rice crepes are only available in the morning or to the mid-afternoon, and these are all under $5. Next we have their kanjis, which are between $6 to $7. Now we have their noodle soups, the wonton noodle soups, and all the other proteins over noodle soups. Next we have appetizers, and the appetizers include spring rolls and all the different plates of roast meats that you can order. And look, the prices are like $9, $10, nice and cheap. Then you have meats and vegetables over white rice. You have fried rices. You have Cantonese noodle dishes. Now these are the stir-fried noodles, and they're pan-fried noodles. They have a good variety. Then we have the Hong Kong style noodles. Wow, and these are all under $12. Next we have the rice entrees. These are basically their proteins with gravy over rice, and they have a huge variety over here, and most everything is under $12. Most of these dishes, in fact, are even $8 to $9. That's amazing. Next we have the soups. Okay, these I think might be single portion soups. Then we have pork dishes like sweet and sour pork, Peking pork chops. We have beef dishes. We have chicken and duck dishes. These are a bit more expensive. They even have a Peking duck. And here's some seafood dishes. These are $22 and below. All your favorites, your Cantonese favorites, and you have some vegetables. Okay, now let's take a look at the beef Chow Fun. The beef Chow Fun looks very interesting. There's big pieces of pepper, bell pepper. There's big pieces of onion. Here's the Chow Fun, very nice. It's in the big broad noodle variety. And look, they even have black bean here. This is different from most other places because most places wouldn't give you black bean. Then you have, yeah, this plate is actually pretty big. So I'm pretty satisfied with it. And this particular beef Chow Fun is not just beef Chow Fun, it's called the spicy beef Chow Fun. So I don't see any pepper flakes or anything on this. So I'm not really sure if this will be spicy, but I'm gonna give this a try, and let's see what it's like. Okay, the next dish I'm going to try is the spicy beef Chow Fun. And this is what it looks like. I noticed during my preview of this dish that there's lots of bell peppers and onions here. And I don't know. I don't see any pepper flakes here. So we're gonna give this a try and see if it's actually spicy. The noodles are the conventional broad Chow Fun noodles. So here goes. The noodle has a ton of wok hei. It is so savory. It's like a 9 out of 10. The noodles itself is well seasoned, nice and flavorful. Has the right salt content, but I don't taste any heat for some reason. There was one pepper on that menu, but this isn't spicy at all. Maybe they think bell peppers are spicy, but they're not. But you know, if you take this as a plain beef Chow Fun dish on its own, it is great. Before I say more, let's try the beef. See what this is like. Okay, it's velveted, not too velveted, which is actually a good thing because sometimes some restaurants overdo it. It's just right, but I sense that the saltiness could be upped a little bit. I have a very high salt tolerance, but you know, it's okay, it's enough because there's plenty of salt in the noodles, but this is actually a very well balanced dish. The only thing that's kind of missing is the heat, and there's no heat. Now, one special thing about this dish is this thing called a dosi or a black bean. It adds a bit of umami to the noodles, and I can actually tell that there's black bean in the noodles. No, the black bean adds flavor to both the meat and the noodles. And I'll tell you something, that if you go to other restaurants, they don't make it this way. They don't put the black bean, they do it here. So this is actually a different type of beef Chow Fun. If you try it here, it will be a different experience. I can say that I really enjoy this dish. It's just different, especially with that black bean. But I wish that it was a little more spicy as it was advertised. But you know what? It's still a delicious dish. I really like it. The next dish I ordered is the wonton noodle soup. The wonton noodle soup comes in a reasonably sized bowl. There are 5 wontons from what I can see. And here's the noodles right below. And you get 2 big pieces of veggie. And we're going to give this a try soon. Okay, let's take a look at the wonton. I'm gonna break this open and do a forensic test of this wonton. So let's poke this in. And voila, we see that we have the pork, and then we have 1 shrimp on the inside. So this is half pork and half shrimp. Okay, now's the time to try the wonton soup. The wonton soup has 5 wontons, and we're going to try this and see what it's like, if it's mostly shrimp or mostly pork. This is interesting. It seems to be half shrimp and half pork, but the shrimp seems to be cut up a little bit. It's not like a whole shrimp, but it's still half shrimp and half pork. The flavor is excellent. I love it when restaurants actually actively put in the flavor, put in salt and other seasonings into the meat, so they're not skimping. It's very good. The soup itself is nice and fishy, has that fishy flavor, but this particular flavor is not as strong as other places, but it's there. And it goes together with the well-seasoned wonton. So I really do appreciate that. That actually is very good. Now, let's look at this piece of vegetable. It's a giant vegetable. There's 2 of them. It's a choy sum, or a Chinese green. Our vegetable takes the flavor of the soup, which is fine. And finally, let's try the noodles. Now, these noodles are plentiful. It looks like there's 2 batches of these noodles in the soup. So let's try this. This noodle is excellent. It's excellent because it's crunchy. Good wonton noodles are crunchy. On a scale 1 to 10, I would give it a 7 in crunchiness factor. I've had crunchier, but this is very good. And what's also great about this is that it's plentiful. It almost looks like there's 2 portions of noodles in this wonton noodle dish. Delicious. I like this wonton soup. Okay, the next dish I ordered is the roast pork. And I asked them to give me a fatter piece of roast pork. And let's see if they delivered. Yes, they did. I see some fat over here. There's a good 5-inch portion of roast pork here. And there appears to be some soy sauce on the side. They've actually sauced this. So this is pretty good. It appears to be very moist. You know, when I push it like this, it does snap back. So I can tell that this is pretty moist. It actually smells pretty good. So I can't wait to give this a try. The next dish I'm going to try is the roast pork. Now the roast pork came in a dish like this, and it's plentiful. For only $9, you get plenty of roast pork. I asked for the fatter pork, and this is what it looks like. You take a look at that. There's a streak of pork a streak of fat right down the middle. So let's try this. It has that sweet, savory flavor. It has that bouncy texture too. That is delicious. Nice and bouncy. Wow, this is first rate, really first rate. Because when you have that moisture, and then when you have that texture of the bounciness, and also that sweetness, but not that cloying sweetness, this is really, really good. Look at that. I like it when it has just the right amount of sweetness. And this is really, really well done. In fact, this is exactly how I remembered it when they had that restaurant on East Broadway. The recipe hasn't changed. Next we have the roast duck. Now, the roast duck, they gave me the leg portion, and it appears they also gave me, looks like a breast portion. Yes, a breast portion. So let me just take this out, and yes, that appears to be a breast. And it really looks like the flavor has penetrated. The color of the meat has actually changed quite a bit, so the flavor is definitely in there. They also added the sauce over here on the side. Sometimes they put it in a little cup on the side, but this time they poured it on, and it looks very moist. The skin looks very nice and lacquered, and it's kind of hard and crispy as I rub it this way. And yeah, this dish looks totally delicious. And once again, all of these plates that I'm ordering are $9. Okay, the next dish I'm going to try is the roast duck. Now this is what the roast duck looks like. What a beautiful color. And as I said before, it has a very beautiful lacquered color, and also the color of the meat looks like it's been marinated pretty well. Let's try a leg piece. Here it goes. This is what it looks like. Wow, this is incredible. The meat is so well done that it's squeaky, it's slippery in the mouth, and it's so flavorful. My gosh, it's gonna be hard to choose the star of the show today. That roast pork and this, top rate. The roast duck is not overly fatted. There's just enough, not excessive, to get a more honest assessment. Let's try perhaps a breast meat. So this is what it looks like. Let's see what this is like. That is out of this world. The leg and the breast have the same consistency. It's squeaky, flavorful. The texture, the taste, it has everything. It's a 10 out of 10. And you know, I rarely give 10 out of 10s, but for this, I definitely will. If you come here, you need to order this. Next dish that I ordered is the soy sauce chicken, and this is also called gai in Chinese. Now, I think I hit the bonus because not the bonus, but the jackpot, because I got the leg and then I got the thigh. I didn't specifically ask for these, but that's what they gave me. And they also gave me a small portion of white meat. So this is unbelievably $9. You can see that the skin is nice and colored by that soy sauce brine that they put this in. And also, let's take a look at the meat. The meat has that nice pinkish color, just cooked color. So this is probably gonna be super good. I didn't even eat it yet, but I know it's probably gonna be pretty good. They also give us this great scallion and ginger sauce. I'm definitely gonna put this on and see what it tastes like. Okay, the next dish I'm trying is the Sio Gai, or the soy sauce chicken, and this is what it looks like. Wow, look at that beautiful, beautiful color that was created by that master stock. That master stock is what creates this sweet, flavored soy sauce chicken. This particular dish, I'm going to have to use my fingers because I feel that I can show you better. So here it goes. This is the leg piece. This comes right off the drumstick. So here goes. This is done perfectly. It's done to that just cooked pink stage. It's nice and not dry. It's moist. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to try it with the ginger and scallion, and this is what the ginger and scallion looks like. They give you a big dollop of it. I'm gonna put it on top of the chicken like this and eat it like this. That ginger and scallion sauce has lots of salt in it, which it should, because it adds more flavor to the soy sauce chicken. Some people don't like that. Some people like the soy sauce chicken plain. I can go both ways. Both are absolutely great. The meat itself, the meat in this chicken has plenty of soy sauce flavor. It's penetrated the upper layer of the meat. Not all the way in. It's not supposed to. The soy sauce is supposed to just color the skin and maybe penetrate maybe a millimeter, not too much. At some restaurants, the soy sauce, actually some of the soy sauce that was used to make this is put in a little cup on the side, and you can pour it on the soy sauce chicken, but in this place they don't do that, which is fine, because I can definitely taste the soy sauce on this soy sauce chicken. See, there's some of the meat with the soy sauce on it. This is very good. Now it's time for your favorite part of the program. It's called the Tada, the star of the show. Now, today I have 2 stars. These are my choices. As you can see, the roast duck and also the Tasil roast pork. These were my top 2 dishes, but being the star of the show, I must choose one. And it was so hard. It was so difficult to choose. What do I do? How do I solve this? The way that I solve this is having little check boxes in my mind. The item that checked all the check boxes by one is this roast duck. It had everything. Both items had everything, all the boxes checked. But the one thing that the roast duck had that the roast pork didn't was better texture. It was amazing. The smooth, silky texture of the roast duck was consistent throughout the breast meat and also through the legs. It was just incredible. The flavor was amazing. This is truly one of the only dishes that I recall having given a 10 out of 10. So to me, that roast duck is the star of the show. Okay, the meal is over, and what can I say? This meal is first rate. Is as good as any of the Wong restaurants, like Big Wong, Ming Wong, any of those restaurants. They do things different. The only thing that they don't have here is the roast pig, but you know, the quality of all the other meats are so good that you really need to come here. Now, Hester Street is like a block away from Little Italy, so you're not too far away from Canal Street or Little Italy and the Bowery. So those are the main thoroughfares. This restaurant won't be that busy if you come here, so you could always get a seat, but the quality of the food is good and cheap. Let me emphasize that, cheap. I got so much meat, $9 a plate. Where can you get that? In fact, there are some dim sums that are $12, $15 that I've seen. And for that price, you can get an entire plate of meat. It's really good. I highly recommend that you come here. Another thing that I should mention, it's more of a sentimental thing, is that when I come here, I feel that I've been transported back many years, and eating with my father at this restaurant. We ate a lot at the one on East Broadway when it was there. I look around in the restaurant and the decor is still salmon pink, tacky salmon pink, but you know, it just brings back memories, and I feel the presence of my father when I'm here. So yeah, it's a good feeling. So thanks for watching this video, and I will be back with another restaurant very soon. Thank you very much. The final bill for this meal was $52.26.